I want to bring in Dr. Ben Miller. He's a clinical psychologist and adjunct faculty at Stanford University School of Medicine. Dr. Miller, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Watching the victim impact statements today and hearing what they had to say was incredible because it was so emotional. And we expected that. But hearing especially from the roommate that survived, first and foremost, this will impact her for the rest of her life. Her best friends have been murdered, and she may very well have been one of them. How do you pick up from that? How do you move on from that, Dr. Miller?
Well, let's just take a minute and just think about how we feel listening to you say that. I'm just thinking about how I feel as a parent, as someone who's had friends that I've lost, and I feel it deeply. And I think in moments like these, we need to acknowledge that everyone's experience with something as traumatic as this is going to be different, and they're all entirely valid. So this is about acknowledging how you feel, acknowledging the moment that you're in, and then recognizing that this is probably a normal response for most people that have gone through something as significant, as horrendous as this person has. So for us, bearing witness to this and feeling how we feel, it's on us to now understand what to do with those emotions, what to do with our lives, and how to turn it around so that we can get through it together.
I've covered many mass shootings, and I've had to talk to parents, siblings, and we saw that today in the courtroom as well. And I always, as a parent myself, cannot imagine what that is like to do, to have to do. I don't even know how they put their shoes on to get out the door to do it in the first place. Is there something that is helpful in the healing process of having lost someone so tragically to be able to talk about them in this way?
Absolutely. We know from copious amounts of research that keeping it in and not letting it come out is the worst way to heal. You have to share your story. You have to share how you feel. You have to share what's going on. It could be with your friends at the dinner table. It could be with the coworkers. It doesn't matter. The point is that you share, you get it out, and you're able to talk about it in ways that you can be heard.
I can't tell you, Dr. Miller, how many times I've asked someone, how you doing these days? And they say, I'm all right. And I think people have had different levels of PTSD and trauma in their life. This is extreme, what we are talking about today.
Yeah, it is.
And no one wishes this upon their worst enemy. But for folks that are listening that have PTSD, that have trauma from things that have happened in their lives, how do they deal with it?
So find someone that you can trust, whether it's a friend, a support group, a therapist. Name what's going on with you. That naming that feeling is a powerful first step, and then being able to process it.
What do you mean by naming what's going on with you?
Just say how you feel. Like say, listen, I can't turn on the TV right now because I'm just terrified about what it's going to do with me or how I'm going to feel the rest of the day. Or I don't want to go outside because I'm worried that something's going to happen. The second thing is giving yourself permission to feel whatever you're feeling and to rest and to step away. Your body and mind need time. And there's no right way to grieve or right way to heal. And then finally, I think it's really important that we stay connected. We are inherently social creatures, and we need to have others in our lives. And so whether it's a walk with a friend, eating regular meals, whatever it is to maintain some sense of connection and sharing of how you feel, that's a way to ground yourself in a small daily ritual that can be helpful and healing.
Dr. Miller, thank you.
Thank you.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.